Now to another big story, a luxury car, a busy spot and a video that has raised more questions than answers. In Bengaluru, a supercar was caught on camera drifting through a central city intersection in the early hours. This was the moment that set off the controversy. In the early hours between 2 and 3 a.m., it entered the Anil Kumble circle on MG Road. At a speed moments later, it swerved sharply and rotated in a near complete circle and then it sped away. The 10-second video was captured on surveillance cameras and quickly spread across social media. What it showed basically was brief but enough to raise serious concerns as the details of the vehicle's registrations are being probed. A link that has now emerged to Ricky Rai, son of former Don Muthappa Rai. However, it appears that this wasn't a one-off incident. Times Now has accessed a second CCTV footage. Sources basically telling Times Now that the man who was behind the wheels performed the drifting stunt at several locations along the city. In fact, Times Now has also tracked down Ricky Rai's apartment in Bengaluru, where we spoke to the guards and also the manager. We were told that Rai has not visited his home for days.
We are at the Ricky Rai's residence here. We've been trying to track him down to get an answer from him as to what he has to say and how the law is being bent for the powerful people there. Despite more than two days now, there has been no, in the FIR he's not been named. In fact, his lawyer has taken anticipatory bail and he claims that Ricky Rai was not the driver. But we are at his residence right now, where you can see where Ricky Rai stays, and there's in a very posh apartment villa called Vista 450, and we try to get a response from him, but Ricky Rai is not here, is what the guards are saying. Sir, Ricky Rai, कब से रह रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
सर, हम बात नहीं करता सर.
वो कब से नहीं आएंगे यहाँ पे?
सर, हमको मालूम नहीं.
लास्ट कब आए थे सर Ricky Rai?
मालूम नहीं सर.
लास्ट कब आए थे?
सर, मालूम नहीं.
So they're not willing to respond to the questions as to whether Ricky Rai is, since when he's been absconding is what we're looking at. Whether he's not come here is what these guys are saying. But important question is that why is the cops still not booked a case against him and named him in the FIR, even though the car very clearly mentions that it is owned by Ricky Rai. With journalist Pradeep for Times Now, this is Imran Khan.
But where really is Ricky Rai right now? The vehicle owner's lawyer maintains that Ricky Rai had been inside the vehicle but insisted that he had not been driving. However, when we questioned basically Ricky Rai's family, they claimed that Ricky Rai had just recently returned from Russia and had lately not been reachable even on the phone.
Sir, Ricky Rai से मिलना चाहते थे सर.
वो अभी नहीं, मेरे को भी मालूम नहीं. वो बेंगलुरु पे मोस्टली किधर है मालूम नहीं.
अच्छा सर, आपकी बात लास्ट टाइम कब हुई सर?
नहीं, वो कब वो रशिया में था, वो आ गया.
हाँ,
ये क्या कभी भी वो मीडिया के सामने किसी को स्टेटमेंट ही नहीं दे रहा है. अभी भी लास्ट टाइम भी बहुत लोग पूछ रहे हैं, नहीं दिया.
अच्छा सर, लेकिन आप उनसे बात कीजिए ना सर कि हम लोग को एक इंटरव्यू दे दें कि क्या उनका कहना है. वो
कभी भी वो लास्ट भी वो कौन सा भी मीडिया के सामने की इंटरेस्ट नहीं है इसको.
The lawyer, in fact, has given a rather amusing explanation for the entire sequence of event. Viewers, listen in.
ಅದು ನ್ಯೂಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಎರಡನೇದು ಅವತ್ತು ಜನನೂ ಯಾರು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವತ್ತು ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಡ್ರೈವರು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅದು ಅವರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ರೈ ಅವರು ಗಾಡಿ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಆಯಿತು. ಈ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಕಾರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ರೈ ಅವರಿಂದ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇನಂದರೆ ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ರೈ ಅವರಿಂದ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡಿಸೋದೇ ಡ್ರೈವರು. ಸೊ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಹಾಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ದಿರೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಸರ್ ಗಮನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ದಾಗ ಗಾಡಿ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು. ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತೋಲ್ಲ. ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಯಾರು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಡಿದಾಗ ಸ್ಕಿಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋಡ್ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ರೋಡೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮರಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಸ್ಕಿಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ರೋಡ್ ಅದು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇದಾಗ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆಗಿದಷ್ಟೇ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ.
And listening to this explanation and defense by Ricky Rai's lawyer, Times Now team tried to get in touch with him. In conversation with one of our correspondents, the lawyer further defended his client, calling the entire case the result of an accident.
This is for Ricky Rai, no, so registered under his name.
100% that car belongs to Ricky Rai, yes.
So how can you deny that that it is not his car or he was not the driver?
Maybe, sir, if it is Ricky Rai car only, but who drive the car? That is important, right? And moreover...
Who was driving the car, sir?
Sir, that is the driver is driving the car.
So, but who was the driver, sir? Can you name the driver?
Just listen.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Sir, who drive the car? Who is the owner? Everything is... That's not a matter.
No, but that matters, no, sir. The case is about...
Sir, this is the...
Car cannot drive itself, no, sir.
Sir, this is a plead guilty case.
No, the car cannot drive itself. No, somebody has to drive it.
Sir, somebody has a driver at drive. Oh no, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
That is different. Sir, my point, sir, this is plead guilty case, sir. Why this matter is becoming, why you people are giving so much of importance to this case? That's, I don't know.
And according to the FIR registered by the Cubbon Park Police, the case has been booked under multiple provisions that deal with reckless and unsafe driving. These include Section 184 of the Motor Vehicles Act, which addresses dangerous driving, Section 189, which pertains to racing or speed trials on public roads without permission. In addition, Section 281 of the PNS that has been invoked relating to rash driving that could endanger human life or safety. As the investigation progressed, another detail drew Times Now's attention, that is the contract number linked to the vehicle's registration did not directly trace back to the owner. When dialed, it reached a man who identified himself as Rahul. Listen in to what this Rahul, the man whose phone number is mentioned on the vehicle record, says.